Programming complete.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed. Copy. HMS installed.
Roll left. Flight controlled. Flight controlled.
On the flight deck, aircrew are manning for the next event to go. It's going to be a Case 1 launch, Case 1 recovery. Temperature's 82 degrees, altimeter 290-902. It is time for all necessary personnel to leave the flight deck and catwalks. Those remaining must get into a complete and proper flight deck uniform. Helmets on, security fastened, goggles down, sleeves rolled down, full coats on, security fastened, gloves on. Check yourselves for loose gear and fog. Check chocks, chains, and loose gear about the decks. Ensure hot exhaust is not blown on aircraft, weapons, and personnel. Stand clear of intakes, exhaust, prop, and rotor arcs. Let's start the go aircraft. Start 'em up.
Inferno, standby radio. Checks. Inferno 1-1.
Inferno 2-2.
Inferno 1-1. Bravo.
Inferno 2-2 on Bravo. Lead, I'm right beside you on Cat 4.
Yeah, roger that. I got eyes on you. If the other squadron gets on Cat 1 and 2, we're going to have to wait for them, so it may put like 90 seconds in between us. So just remember, I'm going to depart at 300 knots until I'm up above the clouds, and then I'm going to throttle back and slow my climb down so you can catch me after you're on top of the clouds, whatever that may be.
Copy that.
Final altitude is going to be about 20,000 feet, depending on if they call us for recovery. We'll plan on 20,000 unless they call earlier, and then I'll let you know what my final altitude is going to be.
All right.
Looks like data link's working.
Copy that. I see a Bravo. So our departure radio is 020, meaning a left turn. Confirm?
A firm. I'm going to fly, basically I'm going to fly about 128 until I get to 7 miles, and then I'm going to intercept manually. I'm going to intercept the arc, fly it around. I'm going to reset my departure heading or radial to 020 and just intercept that radial on the way out.
Copy that procedure. My instruments are set exactly the same.
Tower Inferno 2-1, radio check.
Inferno 2-2.
203, copy 2.
Paddles, good check.
Paddles 411, 5x5 on my side, thank you. Two 03411, are you a solo flight or are you flying with a
203 will have one more. It's just loading now.
Lead, we'll be on button 1 until Kilo signal, right?
Yeah, A-firm. Best rule of thumb for this one, right? Stay on the same radio frequency unless you're told to switch or unless you cross the next milestone. Right, so mainly for approach, if you're on Marshall, you commence and they don't switch you. When I get to 10 miles, I automatically switch and check in with approach.
Copy that.
We are green on the bow and on the waist for the on-time goes. Let's stand clear of all catapults, catwalks, and shot lines while launching aircraft. Shoot 'em!
Departure 203 airborne.
Departure 203, sweet sweet.
Passing 2,500.
Departure 411 airborne.
411, departure, sweet sweet.
Departure 206 airborne.
206, departure, sweet sweet.
Departure 411 passing 2,500.
Departure 206 passing 2,500.
Departure 410 airborne.
410, departure, sweet sweet. Check light.
203 arcing.
Passing 2,900.
Departure 411 arcing.
Six arcing.
Departure 410 arcing.
105 airborne.
105, departure, sweet sweet.
203 outbound 040.
One zero five, passing 2.5.
410 outbound 020.
To 06 outbound 040.
Departure 411 established.
One zero five, arcing.
410 outbound 020.
Alright, lead is established 020 on the radial, 21,000 feet, 300 in the box.
Copy that. On my way.
Roger that, I got you on my trail about 10 miles. I've got traffic at your 6, approximately 20 miles from you, and we've got traffic at our 2 o'clock about 15 miles. They're heading 060, so they're no factor.
Copy that. Got them on my instruments.
Be advised, once we reach the 50-mile mark, we're going to turn west, heading 270 at 21,000 feet, and we're going to head that out to about 70 miles from the boat, and then we're going to start arcing around
Kilo.
to the south.
Outbound 060.
Copy that. Let me rejoin first.
One zero five departure. Roger. Switch marshal.
105.
Kilo.
203 departure. Roger. Switch marshal.
208.
Alright, 2 lead, I'm visual on you at my 5 o'clock, about 3.5 miles.
Copy that.
One's current heading is 023.
I got you 3.3 miles out, 12 o'clock, closing in.
Departure Inferno Kilo 21,000.
One departure, roger, switch marshal.
Switch 16. All right, one's checking left, reference 270.
Two.
That's
Two is established on Lee's right wing.
One's visual.
99 Warfighter Marshal, deck is open for recovery, check in when able.
All right, deck's open. Do a quick final check. Make sure you got everything set up in your cockpit, and you're good to go. Once you give me the okay, we're gonna go ahead and continue this arc around, and then we'll check in whenever you're ready.
Two. Alright, two is ready except for the fuel.
Except for the what?
Yeah, a little bit too much fuel right now. We need to dump in a couple seconds. Two, good.
What's your total weight right now?
38.3.
Okay, so that means you only need to lose 4,000 pounds. So what's your current fuel state?
9.9.
Okay, so set your bingo at like 5,000.
Copy that. Are we then dumping already?
No, we're going to dump when we're established in the holding pattern. That way, if we have to stay there longer, they adjust anything, we don't have to go get fuel. We always want more fuel than we need until we like commencing.
Copy that.
All right, stand by. I'm going to check us in. Warfighter Marshal Inferno 411 holding hands with 410, marking moms 270 for 60, low fuel state 9.3.
Warfighter Marshal, Case 3 recovery, C1 approach, expect final bearing 119er, altimeter 29901.
Warfighter Marshal 411, Case 3, CV1 approach, final bearing 119er, altimeter 29901.
Warfighter Marshal, read back, correct, standby. Warfighter Marshal, Marshal Radial 340 for 21, Angels 6, approach time 2, and approach button 1. Correction, approach button 15.
411 Marshal 340 for 21, Angels 6, approach time 02, button 15.
Warfighter Marshal, read that correct.
Alright, stand by for yours. I'm going to go ahead and depart. Maintain your altitude and heading until you get all your stuff written down.
410, Warfighter Marshal, Marshal 340 for 22, Angels 7, approach time 04, and approach button 15.
Repeat, please.
411, Warfighter Marshal, Marshal 340 for 22, Angels 7, approach time 04, approach button 15.
410, Marshal 340 for 22, Angel 7, approach time 04, approach button 15.
4-1, Warfighter Marshal, read back correct.
Warfighter Marshal 203 is with 206, marking Mom 0404, 69, Angels 23, low state 9.6.
Warfighter Marshal, K3 recovery, CV1 approach, expect final bearing 119er, altimeter 29991.
203 copies 29991 and expecting final bearing 119.
Marshall on the 340 DME. Angels. Sorry, correction, I'll start over. 203 Marshall on the 340. 23 DME, Angels 8, approach time 06, approach button 15.
And 203 is going to marshal on the 240 degree radial at 23 DME, Angels 8, and push button 15.
203, correction, radial 340.
203, 340 degree radial.
203, right back. 206, Marshall on the 340, 24 DME, Angels 9er, approach time 08, approach button 15.
206, 304 DME, 24 DME, Angels 9, approach time 08, button 15.
206, correction, Marshall 340.
Marshall 340. 206.
And DME 24.
DME 24. 206.
206, right back, correct.
Marshall 411 established.
Are you really established? Are you already at the...
Warfight Marshall 105.
No, you say established when you're at your given altitude.
325, 459. Angels 15, low state is 17.2.
105, waterfighter, Marshall, case 3 recovery, CB1 approach, expect final bearing 119er, altimeter 29901.
Get the recovery CB1 approach, final approach is 119 and QNH 29901.
105, Marshall on the 340, 25 DME, Angels 10, approach time 10, approach button 15.
And Marshall 203, say again, approach time for 203.
203, Warfighter Marshall, approach time 06.
Don't forget your first pass is hooked up. Second pass will be hooked down. Once you bolt it, climb to 1,200 feet. And if you don't hear a radio call at 2 miles, turn the reciprocal bearing for the downwind, and then back in at 4 miles, unless otherwise directed by control.
Approach time is 10, and approach channel is 15.
105, Warfighter Marshall. Marshall on the 340, 25 DME, Angel 10, approach time 10, altimeter, approach button 15.
Roger, so 340 for 25 and hold that Angels 10, 105.
Copy, approach time 10.
Approach time 10. 1 QNH is 29901.
Affirm, altimeter is 2991105, read back correct, report established.
Marshal from 105 confirm we're supposed to change to approach or we remain with you?
Uh, 105 Warfighter Marshal, remain with me this frequency.
105.
Alright, 340 established, 21 DME,
410
6K
established,
established, and push time 02, next frequency 15. Got about 6 minutes, so that'll be good for about 1 lap. .21 DME, I'm going to go ahead and turn the couple off. Heading select, I've already got my 340 radial, or heading bug selected, so 2 miles to go. Turn the couple off. That should be 2 right there to my left. And checking left. Alright, there's 340 at 50, so we'll go 58, 50, and then we'll make our turn back in. Should be just about perfect on the time.
.206 established.
Marshal, roger.
And 201 established.
201 Marshal, roger. .99 Warfighter Marshal, time hack will commence in 30 seconds. .99 Warfighter Marshal's time will be 010000 in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Alright, so final bearing is going to be 119er. Got 5 miles to go. Going to be about 30 seconds early. We'll slow down. Fighter Marshal 411 commencing.
Bingo.
411, War Fighter Marshal, switch approach, update state.
Approach 411, state 5.9.
411 approach, final bearing, 119.
411, 119er.
Yeah. Final bearing, 119er.
Altitude. Altitude.
Checking in, state 7.8.
410 approach, final bearing, 119.
Update state.
Four one zero update state.
410 platform, Stage 7.8.
(411) 8 miles radar contact. (203) is with you. 6.9. (203) approach. Final bearing 119. (411) ACLS lock on 6 miles. Say needle.
411 up and on.
(411) Conquer fly bullseye. (203) platform. Alright, 203, take a heading 190. 203, turning heading 190.
Checking in 21 miles.
206, approach, final bearing 119, update state.
Say 7.8.
(411) 3 miles, approaching glide slope. (410) 8 miles, radar contact.
(206) platform.
(410) ACLS lock on 6 miles, say needle.
410, up and on.
410, fly bullseye.
411, on glide path on course, 3/4 of a mile, call the ball.
411 Hornet Ball, 5.1.
Roger, will wind 30 axial.
Approach 105, state is 8.0.
Balsa, balsa, balsa.
105 approach, final bearing 119.
411 Airborne.
One zero five.
Continue final bearing, take Angels 1.2.
1.2, 411.
And 411, wind level turn downwind, report a beam.
411 turning downwind, reporting a beam.
105 platform.
ACL is lock on, 6 miles, say needles. 203 negative glide slope. Now showing up and left. 203 concur, fly bullseye.
Or 1 a beam.
Uh, 410, fly 300 until you're 6 miles DME, then turn final bear.
On glide path, slightly left of course, 3/4 of a mile, call the ball.
410, Hornet Ball, 4.4.
Roger, ball, wind starting axial. Right for lineup. Little power. Right for line. Balsa.
206, ACS lock on, 6 miles, say needle.
206, up and on.
410, airborne.
206, concur, fly bullseye. Continue final bearing, take Angels 1.2, wind level, turn downwind, report a beam.
410.
410. And 203 Hornet Ball, 6.1.
203, roger, ball, wind 30 axial. Let me call it for you, buddy.
And 411, turn final bearing.
411, coming left, final bearing, 119er.
Little right for lineup. Easy with it.
410, beam.
2, check your hook, make sure your hook's down.
Balsa.
410, continue 6 DME heading 300, then turn final bearing 119.
410. 410.
203 airborne. 203, continue 119, take Angels 1.2, wind level, turn downwind, report a beat. 203. .411 ACLs lock on 6 miles Sandy.
.411 up and on.
A mile, call the ball.
06 corner ball 6.8.
Roger, ball, right for lineup. Power. Bolts.
410, take heading 300, continue downwind. And 411, concur, fly bulls up.
411.
410.
206 airborne.
Uh, 206, continue heading 119, take Angels 1.2, wind level, turn downwind, report a beat. 203 abeam. 203, take heading 300 until 6 DME, then turn 119. Turn in at 6 DME, 203. 105, ACS lock on 6 miles, St. Needle.
Up and left.
105, you're up and right for me.
Now for 105 is up and on.
Okay. 105, concur, Flamut. 410, turn final bearing 119.
410.
06 abeam.
206, continue downwind, fly 300. 203, turn final bearing 119. 203.
On glide path, slightly left of course, 3/4 mile, call the ball.
411, Hornet ball, 3.7.
Roger, ball, wind steady axial. Little right for lineup. Back to the left. Power. Bolter.
411 airborne. Power call.
411, continue 119, take Angels 1.2, wind level, turn downwind, reported.
411.
411 update state.
411, state 3.5.
Alright, 206, turn final bearing 119. 206, acknowledge.
105. On right path, slightly left of course, 3/4 of a mile, call the ball.
105 Tomcat, ball 7.1, Acus.
Roger, ball, wind 30 axial. There's the power. Volta.
411 a beam.
411, continue heading 300.
300, 411.
105, airborne.
105, continue final bearing 119. Take Angels 1.2, wind level, turn downward, quarter beam.
Confirm for 105, Angels 4.2.
1.2.
1.2, 105.
203, on glide path left of, correction, right of course, 3/4 of a mile, call the ball.
203, hornet ball 5.0.
Roger, ball. Winds 30 axial. On center line. Volta.
203, airborne. Uh, 411 at 60 ME, turn back final bearing 119.
60 ME, final bearing 119, 411.
105, update state, turn 300.
105, 6.8, left 300, confirm.
300.
300, 105.
203, continue heading 119, take Angels 1.2. 203. And, sorry, 203, update state. 203, 4.7. And 203, wind level, turn downwind heading 300 in port of beam. 203.
410, on glide path, slightly, correction, on course, 3/4 of a mile, call the ball.
410, hornet ball 2.6.
Roger, ball. Wind 30 axial. Calm left. Calm left. On center line.
Abing.
105 fly, heading 300 at 4 DME, turn final bearing 119.
300 and at 4 DME we turn into final approximating 105.
.105, taxi light on.
105.
On glide path, on course, 3/4 mile, callable.
236 Hornet Bull, 5.5.
Roger, Bull. Winds 30 axial.
B. 203, continue flying, heading 300, turn final bearing at 4 DME. 203, acknowledge. 203, turning at 4.0.
Established on final approach heading.
411, on glide path, on course, 3/4 mile, callable.
411, Hornet Ball, 2.4.
Roger, Bull, wind 30 axial. It'll come left.
Bingo. 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 Bingo.
Three updates.
203 4.0.
Bingo. Bingo.
Under 5, on glide path, on course, 3/4 mile, callable.
105. Tomcat Ball 6.1 Nakush.
Roger, Bull, wind 30
Bingo.
axial, little right for
Bingo.
lineup.